Welcome to the channel. This is going to be the first part in a new series where we are going to be taking a look at the beta release of Reforged Eden 2, which was released at the end of May 2024. Now, before we get into setting the game up, I just want to talk about the objectives of this series. And the answer is that it's pretty open-ended. The primary purpose is to take a look at the new mechanics, simply because Reforged Eden 2 is quite a substantial overhaul of Reforged Eden, and more importantly, the way it's been done is that it's actually becoming disconnected from the base game. So one thing I will be very interested to see is how that disconnection works. And of course, finally, as usual with Empyrion, the construction and ship dynamics have been changed completely. So a lot of the ships we've been using in Reforged Eden in the past are, well, defunct is probably the polite way of saying it. Therefore, a key element of this series is going to be trying to learn out how the new building works, and more importantly, how the new ship dynamics. What I might do, if I get plenty of resources, is bring in a previous ship I've used just to see how well it performs, well, for good or bad. Anyway, we might as well get straight in. I'm going to click Start Game. And the thing about this beta thing is it is actually a specific release of the scenario. You can see here it says Reforged Eden 2 beta. So if you want to play this test branch, that's all you got to do is go into the workshop, subscribe to it, then come in and just load it. So what we'll do is just go across here and just choose a new name. What would I call it? I'll just call it Reforged Eden beta, I think. Just to set that. The game mode is survival, of course. The seed, we'll just go with anything we want. It says custom on here already. I'm not exactly sure why that's saying custom. Let's have a look through. Start equipment, we'll leave on medium. I must admit, I do like toolbar items only when you die, because it's just annoying the fact that when you die, if you don't, and you come back with a completely empty inventory, and that makes life, it's just a bit of a pain in the neck, actually. We're going to leave player progression and degradation speed on normal. In fact, a lot of these settings I'm going to leave on normal because I want to get a feel of how the Reforged Eden 2 plays with the normal settings. I will do my usual thing and increase that to rich. We'll leave the number of deposits on normal. Auto miner depletion is false. I very rarely ever use auto miners anyway. The enemy difficulty medium, normal. I don't really want to go up to hard because another trait that Empyrion likes to do is actually up the difficulty in the background, and that's not just with respect to the combat itself, as also respect to the fact that part of this rework is a lot of the POIs have been redone as well. We'll leave the constructor craft speed on normal. Blueprint repair speeds, just going to put that on normal as well. Blueprint spawn limit says okay, place them. No, we'll leave that on false. Block limit, limit on certain devices, enable disable block limit, weapons line limits for true. I'm actually going to leave this on true because I normally turn it off, but I'm not exactly sure what the limit actually is. So it could be quite, no, let's put it on false because click that. I think that's about it. I mean, we can change some of those settings later on. Now we're going to go. Now I'm going to start on a Kua. The reason for this is the fact that I watched the beginning of Spange's stream when he was looking at Reforged Eden 2, and he made as almost as an aside to say that Empyrion has recommended that the Kua is the stable start. So there's no point going through and looking at some of the more advanced starts if they've not been finished and they're still a little bit unstable. One thing I do like about this, though, is you can actually now go through all these and you get an indication of where the systems are as well. So, like, if I right-click, we can still right-click. Yeah, good. Oops, no. I don't think the right-click works now. Anyway, we're back to here. What you'll see is that the Akua and Talabor are associated with the Alpha system, and of course the difficulty is easy. Then the medium planets are on the beta system, Omicron, Roggery, Yui, and Ningus. Then the next level up, I don't know what this would be called as, technically it's still Mida. So there's now a series of ones in this area. The hard ones on Pandora, Oscadon, Sienna, and Masprom. Then Epsilon, this is where we're getting into the really tough ones. We got the Dreadstar, Purgatory, Rogue on Epsilon system, and then of course we got the ultra hard Rogue system, which one day I will do, but it can be a little bit tough. Anyway, we're going to start on Akua, mainly because I'm not sure if the kind of safe zone extends to Talador. I mean, personally, I would normally like to start on Talador, the Reals, scrap through, because the planet's actually slightly smaller. The big problem with Akua is you can see the planet size is large. Now, of course, we've got a warning here. It says, new decoration system in testing. You may encounter unexpected issues if you enter this playfield. Now, I think that is a specific area inside of the galaxy where, obviously, Vermilion is testing out some stuff. So we will give that a wide berth. Now, the start, as usual, it's the traditional escape pod, equipment, basic. Akua is a large size Earth-like temperate planet with vast forests, open plains, mountains, and plenty of water. And if we come down here, we've actually got planet difficulty, easy, gravity, normal, temperature 0 to 44 degrees, radiation none, atmospheric density 1.29, O2 concentration 22.44, and it's breathable. And on the planet's surface, we've got carbon, iron, copper, silicon, promethium, and gold. Now it says meteorites random. To be honest, and it says meteorites random. To be honest, that's something that I never bother. And down here it says meteorites random none. Yeah, because to be honest, I've never been too sure how the meteorite mechanic actually works. So that's about it. One thing I will say just before I press start is that I did get a tip that someone was saying that the actual traders have been enhanced a lot more now to get those materials which can be hard to find, such as cobalt and neo, which you need to actually start building up a ship. So I suppose another sub goal for this series is we're going to spend a little bit more time checking out the traders whenever we come across them, just to see what they're actually like. Anyway, so we're now crashing to Earth. I don't know if I think we can partially direct these guys, but and we just crashed. Seems really strange to be playing the planet. So here we are. It seems really strange to be doing this. Journey into the unknown. You crawl from the wreckage of the escape pod. Oh, wait. Oh, frighten the living daylights out of me. These guys are friendly, I think. Wait. Can you go away, please? Okay, so we don't actually get anything out of the drop pod anymore. Let's have a look at what we've got here. Wow, we've got a combat knife. And we got a survival kit. We've got a lamp because we've got no suit. And of course, what we got here is some gameplay guides, but we'll only come back to those later on. Do anything anyway. We've got our survival tool. And of course, the first thing we're going to do is get out and start grabbing things simply for the XP. Just come here. So it looks like there's no changes to the plants. We could probably whack this and ping out the scanner. So we found the broken antenna. That's the start of the mission. It says find the unstable antenna. Yep. And what we got here, I think we can stay on defense mode just in case we run into or something. Oh wow. Okay, we can. Oops. Resource mode. We're certainly going to take the copper. We've now reached level 2. Graphite, I'm not particularly that interested at the moment. What I'm really after is iron, because if we've got any changes here. Oh, look at this. We've got the new icons. We've got bandages look different. Atmospheric condenser, respirator change, detector, survival tent, survival. We can make a combat knife, steel plate and plastic substrate, antibiotic ointment. Wow, it's going to take a lot to get used to these new icons. Energy bars would be quite nice to make a. That's 2, so we can start knocking out the energy bars. We've got energy drinks, portable constructor, thermal regulator. Of course, we press F3. Can we unlock this? This is level 1. Portable constructor, we certainly need that. The tech looks very much the same. Oh, looks like we've missed... There used to be an extra line up here. If they've actually combined the tech into the actual ships themselves now, have they? Wow. Yeah, this has definitely been restructured. The auxiliary cores, yeah, heavy railgun turret, medium railgun turret. So it looks like a lot of the stuff that was once in a separate section, I can't remember what it was called now, apologies, but it looks very much like it's all been integrated now into, yeah, and we seem to have a lot more stuff in here as well. Look at that, we can put a fusion generator into a small vessel. Looks like hover vessels being over there, miscellaneous, fuel cells, capital vessel starter kit, oxygen. We get there, quantum matter transceiver. Yep, I'll take your word for it. Let's have a look through here. Yep, hovers, tools. We got a medigun, advanced laser drill. But I mean, this looks very much the same. Of course, we're going to look at weapons. See if we got any changes to weapons. We've got an MP30 advanced submachine gun. Wow. Aha. Miniguns, guided rockets. Oh, we could get the plasma sword as well. So we can actually go from a combat knife to a plasma sword. So they've actually put the melee weapons into the game. We've got orbital drone, planetary drone, heavy. Oh, we've got the 3 types of armor. It looks very much like the enhanced armors have gone from the game. Because we've only got light armor, medium armor, heavy armor now. I don't know if there's going to be any other way that we can unlock things. Anyway, let's get down to the business. We'll just head towards the broken antenna. Just keep grabbing as much as we can. Because, of course, what we do need to do is start stocking up on those jolly old energy bars. And, of course, I'm assuming that the usual trick that we used to be able to employ of actually... Whoops. Of making the energy bars. That we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably could do with some bandages as well. We need some herbal. Oh, that's changed. So we got to have herbal leaves with bandages as well, because it used to just be protein bar, plant fibers, and what we call it. Okay, we're going to go up this way. See what we can find. There's some. That looks very much like silicon. I suppose because Vermilion's taken control of all the config files, some things will look like they've actually regressed backwards simply because I can see a herbal leaf there, because some of the changes were related to the base game. All right, we're just going to come out there. There's to excavate the antenna and place the survival multi-tool in your tool. Yep, thank you, game. We'll get round to that in a minute. I just want to just keep building up a little bit of supply of food here, because of course the thing about plants is if you come back later on, they will regrow. So we're just gonna pick up this stuff here. And we'll just grab that. Come here. Is that it's another herbal leafy thing. So I think we're getting close enough. 8 plant fiber. Oh wow, it looks like a bunch of flax actually. And we got copper. Oh wow, it's going to take a little while to get used to these things. We can knock out a couple of bandages just in case. That would be. And then what we'll do is we'll just put in a whole series of the what we call it. Things we do need. What do I need to make the portable constructor? Where are you? Iron ore. No, we still only need iron ore to make the portable constructor. So what we're going to do is just keep grabbing stuff, and we'll head for the antenna. Because what the antenna will do is give us a sense of direction of what we need to do. So come there, just pick up a tiny amount of stone. Stone can be quite useful because I'm assuming that once we've got a portable constructor, we can start to use the stone to make other resources. We'll reach level 3, that's good. We'll just come in here. I think it's the resource tool, isn't it? Okay, it says the data port is down here. So we'll just dig down to this and access the data port. Where's the actual... I think what we'll do is we'll just stand here and we'll just use the drone to do the digging. It's probably in here somewhere. Just need to dig into the infrastructure. Oh, there's some stuff in here as well. So we're just going to dig in here. Wow. So what we got here, silicon, crushed steel plates, computer, fuel cell, carbon substrate, electronics, optical fiber, and mechanical components. It is definitely going to take time to get in here. Somewhere around here has got to be the computer terminal. Maybe I've dug down on the wrong side, but we did find the loot box. What we're going to have to do is just keep digging around here until we find what we're looking for. Okay, I've actually found it. It was actually under my feet. It says, Commander Stephen Silver, I've uncovered the diagnostic port of the antenna. I should be able to connect to my smart suit up at the antenna thing. Okay, establish connection with the antenna. Unsupported external device detected. Updating drivers. Okay, wait, what's going on? An excellent question, Commander. One I would be more happy to supply to answer if I knew it. Unfortunately, we have been offline since initialization. Okay, who are you? I am IDA. That's the integrated data algorithm, which you may call me IDA. The backup of the original UCH IDA is, to be precise, where I am is integrated into your UCH surveillance satellite in orbit above your location. That is correct, Commander. My system was rebooted when you detected your escape pod's distress beacon as it entered the upper atmosphere of this planet. I've been attempting to connect to your suit's data link since you regained consciousness, but it appears my transmitter is not able to transmit on a frequency required to access your data link until you linked with the external transceiver. Now I'm connected with your suit and computer system. I can calibrate your suit's data link so that we can interface directly with your suit, provide you with scanning and telemetry data as is okay. What kind of support? My original role is to utilize systems at my disposal to scan, analyze, categorize, and direct personal operations. I can do a great deal more than that, but nothing of that is relevant to the current situation. As you are only UCH personnel I have detected on the planet, I can devote much of my processing power to assist you in coordinating your search efforts and supplying mapping data to identify enemy crafts. I look forward to working for you. If you would like to know more about the origins of UCH, the fleet, and the mission, I've uploaded the relevant information to your PDA F1. You can find in-depth records in the Journey Book tab of the PDA and practical information on there. It's understood. Your suit's data link has now been calibrated, Commander. I've detected structures and objects which may answer both your questions nearby. Okay, so we've now got down into here, and I've got to get out of this hole now. It's always could be a bit of fun getting out of holes. And of course, if we press F1, just to see, so we don't really have got solo missions here, so we're kind of working our way through that. Not seeing any major changes in here. Okay. So what we need to do now is definitely find iron. Just keep picking up the silicon. I don't think we're able to build this yet. No, we need iron ore. Isn't that fun? And we can ping out for a survey, because there's a possibility that we may... There's a heat signature over here. We'll just keep picking up the... Because we might as well just keep... Whoops. Right, we discovered some wreckage. Okay, human debris. So anyone alone on the unknown world, we stand against an unforgiving alien world, looking for anything that remains of your crew, your fleet, amongst the wreckage. Are you truly alone? Okay. Right, we've got wreckage in this direction. Trouble is, I'm not seeing. I think because we actually definitely need ore, so there's no point worrying too much about the plates or anything like that. But there's some wreckage in that direction. We'll pick up the plant fibers, and that means we'll put the bandages on there. Oh, that's sneaky. Okay, so it looks like what they've done is they've put an upper limit on the amount that you can output now. So you can't put infinite numbers of energy bars into the output thing, because it won't let me stack them. So, okay, so right, let's have a look here. What's the perish time is 90, so we might as well just keep eating them. So we're just going to have to so we're only going to have a reserve now of 8 energy bars, as opposed to what we used to have was piles of them. So what we're going to do now is just keep looking for iron ore so we can make a portable constructor. Yeah, that's really sneaky, that is. I used to keep about 60 in there just for emergencies. Though, to be honest, not that I ever really got round to eating them. So it's not quite so important now to grab. So what we're going to do now is just kind of shift the focus onto making bandages rather than energy bars. So we'll just keep 8 reserve. We'll have a few energy bars which we will use just to keep things going. But what we will do is start knocking out lots and lots of bandages as soon as we find the herbal leaves. So just keep putting this in here. So we need to keep an eye out for herbal leaves. So it's a bit difficult to spot them. Right, so we've got here. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the neck. Now, because I can never remember which end of this thing to dig down to find the loot box. So what we're going to do is just... Oops, thank you, game. Just pick up the debris. If I chop this off, get a collapse, which gives us a... Right, so what I'm going to need to do now is I need to dig through this and see if we can find the loot box. Okay, welcome back. I've kind of been hacking through this lot and I'm not actually found a loot box. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to just loot this for the steel plate. So I'm going to take the top layer off just in case there's something underneath, but I've got a feeling this one doesn't have a loot box in it. So we're just going to... Okay, we've got inventory full. Aha. Okay, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Whoops. That's going to be a bit of a problem because we've got... Well, we could probably get rid of those. Okay. I want to keep that. I just really... I can't make that. We've got to find some iron ore. We need a portable constructor because there's no point collecting anything else until we've got there, and we can't even collect this. So I need iron. What I will do is... What have we got here? That's... put your resources. That's graphite. We don't really want graphite. Alright, we found some iron bearing rock. Right. What we're going to have... Whoops, sorry. What we're going to have to do is... we're going to drop the crash stone. And we're actually going to drop the silicon. And we're going to pick up the iron. And we've got 6 iron ore. Going to knock you up. Let's very quickly knock up the what we call it, the portable constructor. How far away are we from the... We got a crash ship up there, which it's pointing us towards. So it's in the right direction by this tree. Wow. We got our resources just here. get this built very, very quickly. Then what we'll do is we'll set up a temporary storage container just by this tree while we go out and check out the crashed ship, because that could be potentially dangerous. But we never know. This is where we wander in and get shot up by drones or something crazy like that. Okay, we've now got that. If we can just put you down there. What we are going to do is put the computers are always heavy. We'll put the optical fibers, mechanical components, electronics. Of course, we've got 200 steel plates, which is probably one of my better ideas. And we'll put the crushed stone in there, put the copper and the silicon. Keep the iron for the moment. We've got some carbon substrate. What I will do is, what's that? This is 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Start turning some of this stuff into things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're just going to start kind of tidying some of this stuff up. We'll just shove that in there because we don't need it. Put a big chunk of the plant fiber in. Got a fuel cell which we don't need just at the moment. What we're going to do now is just go on a patrol around this area. Okay, I'm just going to... Now we've got a kind of a thingy bomb. Right, we've got another iron bearing rock. And what we're going to do is make a second portable constructor. The reason for that is herbal leaves. Start making the bandages. I keep looking for the wrong icon. Got plant protein. Now darkness is coming, so I don't really want to go blundering into a crashed ship in the dark. So I think for the night cycle we're going to just kind of patrol this area, because we're bound to run into a bug ugly eventually. And I would like, actually, let me just the escape pod, cancel. Where is the portable constructor? Put you there. See if we can make a weapon. That might be a nice start, actually. Let me just get back to here. Yeah, I'll be a lot happier if we got something we can defend ourselves with. What can we make in the way of weapons? We've got an M9 pistol. I would certainly like the shotgun, if possible. Extra tool, chainsaw. Let me just see. Have we got to the point in the tech tree that we can unlock the shotty? Yes, we can. Can we make the shotgun? That's the next big question. Yes, we can. Oh, yeah. How many output? 18. Okay, 1, 2, 3. While that's going on, we're just gonna... The problem now is that to be able to see what we're doing, we've got to flip between the torch and the what we call it, the multi. So the last thing I want to do is blunder into some of the opposition. What have we got here? Turn the light back on. Okay, we've got some copper over here. Apologies that it's really, really dark, but there's not much I can do about it. Just keep working this area here. Another thing I wouldn't mind is, where's the portable constructor gone? Just over here. Guys, can you go somewhere else, please? You keep worrying me. Alright, we've now reached level 5. Let's get back to... Right, we've got 18 shotgun shells. We've got a shotgun... Is that all I could make. Oh, we need carbon substrate. Okay. What do we need for carbon substrate? First question is where is carbon substrate? Lithium pellets, carbon substrate. Oh, graphite. There's me quite happily ignoring me. Oh, we've got graphite, so we can make some. Okay, that's different. I'm pretty. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because it used to be, what we call it? It used to be wood. Okay. I still didn't look at what I wanted to make because can't make a bike in here. I'd like to make a hover bike as well if possible. Question. Oh, there's a hover bike there. So we can make a hover bike. I think I'd like a hover bike as well. So we've now got some ammunition. We've got some, what we call it, so we can make another bandage. We've now got a second portable constructor. I think we'll keep the knife for the knife. To be honest, I'm not exactly too sure what we're going to do with it, but let's come there. Of course, what we got. The expiration time is pretty good, so we're let's just keep grabbing everything around here, and we certainly want the graphite. That is a big change. That could, I'm assuming that maybe now graphite will be more common on other planets. And it kind of probably part solves the dilemma of having to keep cutting down loads of trees. But yeah, at the same time, it makes another problem in the sense that you've got to go looking for and finding more and more graphite. So let's have a look around. Right. Just keep working this area here. It's just got, oh, we got some more iron, that's useful. I mean, I'll probably end up making another, what we call it, construction. Right, let's just work our way back around this area. Got some, whoops. We do need some herbal leaves. Shove the iron ore, copper, silicon, and more importantly, the graphite in here. We've now got a bike. So we got some ammunition, we got a bike. Anything else that we would like to make? We don't need temperature control or anything like that, do we? We don't need an atmospheric condenser, although it could be useful to actually make one just for the purposes of, say, starting to make oxygen. What we got here? Antibiotic ointment, herbal leaves, plant protein. What does this cure? Thermal burn and frostbite. I'm sure I used to make more from that than... Right, let's just have a quick look through some of these other formulas as well. So stone dust, computers. These look familiar. So it's the big change is carbon substrate, which now uses graphite. And Promethean pellets, steel plates, yep. So the rest of that makes sense. See if there's any changes to food. Nutrient solution. Bone? What on earth? Where on earth are we going to get bone from? I'm assuming that might be another definition of something before. We've got jerky, meat to salt and spice. And that looks interesting because it's got no expire time on it. But it's interesting that you need salt. So jerky could be a way to make food that won't perish. And it also has got an interesting market price on it. So that makes a case for some hunting. Flour, purified water, vegetables. Okay, so that's good. What we got here? Bandages, medical cast. What's this then? Treats fractured bones. 3D printer medical cast that will straighten and hold your limb in place while it heals. Fractures progress bars will turn green when the treat. So that is an instant repair. That's just a cast you put on. Only for 40 minutes. So that's carbon straight and 2 bone. It looks like we're gonna have to kill a creature just to see if we can get some bone. Antibiotic ointment, that or anti-radiation ointment. I get a feeling that there's one missing from here, isn't it? We used to have one that used to be for dermal burns, infected wound, poisons. So I'm not seeing anything here that cures dermal burns anymore. Or not dermal burns, dermal parasites. Weapons, this all looks quite... You've got an MP24 submachine gun, assault rifle, yeah. This all looks very familiar. Just the icons look different. And then, of course, we got the big one here, which we will quietly ignore at the moment. What's this here? Wind turbine. Bridge. Okay. Right. I think we're in business, guys. So again, I just want to keep patrolling this area here for the moment. Get what we can from this area. And then, as I say, we'll wait till daylight before we go out and investigate the crash ship. So again, I'm just going to... Apologies for this, but I just want to... Trouble is I can't see... I'd like to find some more... what we call it? Herbal leaves. Actually, let me just go and get a sweetener and see if there's anything specific for the sweetener. This is, I mean, it says the crash ship is 1.3 kilometers away. Right, we've got picked up a natural sweetener. What do we get from this? So the natural sweetener just gives us health and a bit of food, probably at the risk of indigestion. So we're just... Because, of course, everything you pick up adds to XP. It's actually getting a little bit lighter now. So, actually, one thing I do need to do. I'm always forgetting to do that. And kind of assume that what we find is got... Grab you. This looks like there's a bit more graphite up here. Explains why there's so much graphite in the area, actually. So... Actually, look for iron bearing rock there. Just want to go back to the portable constructor. I must admit, I'm quite impressed with the look of the flowers and stuff as well. The biome seems to be a little bit more alive. Take the crushed stone and just keep picking up the... Get back to... Oops, that's a little bit more here. Just grab that, grab that. No herbal leaves there. So just back to here. Shove all this in here. That can probably just go and spoil. Put that there. Right. Is there anything I can make? The only thing I can think of is that we really punch out the herbal bars, because these have got a longer expiry time than that. So we might as well just turn these into energy bars, because there doesn't seem to be a general shortage of stuff around here. So we'll just pick that one up and say, let's keep picking up the plant fibers. Oh, I was going to look at something, wasn't I? Oh, sorry. I want to look at nitrocellulose. So nitrocellulose is still plant fibers. So we can just keep putting those in there because we're going to need that to make some ammunition as well. So we can make more shotgun shells. Oh, so these are the projectile rounds. These are the 5.56 rounds, which need copper. Well, we're getting quite a lot of stuff in here. Okay, and we got 5 bandages. Right. Let's have a look at the... Oh, sorry, not that one. This one. Just want to look at the weapons. That's the M9 pistol, shotgun, chainsaw. We don't really need so much there. And it says 9mm rounds. So which is the 9mm rounds then? So the SMG fires pistol rounds, which is just copper and nitrocellulose. I wouldn't mind the mechanical drill, actually, come to think of it. Let me just see if we can knock that out as well while we're at it. I think that would be under tools, wasn't it? Is it under tools? Tools, sorry. Unlock that. We might as well get something that we can actually drill properly with. This needs biodiesel. What on earth is biodiesel? Biodiesel, plant fibers. Okay. What we're going to do is make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. We'll equip the... Let's move you up the... Actually, we're going to switch you around a little bit. Yeah, so we've got a drill. We just need to make some biodiesel. Means collecting more of these plant fibers is probably quite more important. Right, I'm just going to have a little bit of a scoot round for some more bits and pieces. Alright, we've got some herbal leaves, so we can pick up that. And we're going to make some bandages. Shove you here. I'm going to keep these separate because these have got a perish time of 90. These have got a perish time of 82. If you stack them, what happens is it actually gets cancel. Yeah, if you stack these, as you can see, this is already declined. If you stack them like this, you're going to have 8 per slot. Well, I'll use this as a demonstration. This is 81, this is 89. If I stack the two together, what you get is an average of 83. So we can only have 8 per slot. Because it... Oh, that's sneaky. Okay. What was I doing? Right, we got that there. We got some graphite. And I'm also aware that I'm starting to run out of time on this video. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to keep up the patrol in this area. And then maybe in the next part, we will go to the crash ship. So we certainly need to pick up the plant fibers, a little bit more plant protein. Grab you. Apologies that this isn't exactly as interesting as it should be, but the changes are just so dramatic and they're fantastic as well. I must admit, I think Vermilion's done a fantastic job on reworking this. And as I say, it's going to take a little while to get used to the icons. That looks like very much like we into here. I'm just seeing if I can find some more plant fiber and stuff. Pick that up. Let's keep grabbing. Whoops, Daisy, missed it. Pick up the plant protein. We're not getting any experience points now. Or some copper here. Grab this. Grab that. Grab that. This might be... No, it won't be. Grab that. The reason I'm using the survival tool to pick up these and not the drill is the drill actually consumes resources. So while the survival tool may be marginally slower, we're being able to preserve the actual biofuel for there. It says blue alien flower growing. So that's one we've probably already picked. Right, so we're just gonna head back to a little bit more graphite there. Is that no? Certainly can keep snaking up the graphite. Right. Right, what I'm going to do now is just get back to the portable constructor so we can take stock, and then that will be it for this part. So here we are, we're back at the portable thing. We're just going to unload everything. We've got room to make one more bandage, which is good. We've got biodiesel, which we're going to need for our drill when we actually find some resources. Certainly going to make another bandage. We've got a little bit of food, so we might as well. As they say, as the adage goes, it's better out than in. So we'll just keep eating that. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we're going to explore the crash ship. This is where the game is pointing at us at. We do need to throw out some resources. See if we can find anything around here. And also what we might do is a little bit of hunting, because I'm very, very interested in the, where is it? This jerky. So we need meat, salt. And the question is, where are we going to get salt from, and spice? So salt could be a challenge. You can see we've got quite a lot of stuff out here that still needs to be found. So what we'll probably do is go out, check these radar signatures, some more of the wreckages, and we're also head for the crash ship. But that will be all for the next part. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.